Hey, have you heard of Viva Piñata?
This is the best game of all time. Actually, no, this is. Trouble in Paradise is an objectively better game than the original, and no one can convince me otherwise. Also, the original doesn't have smell, but yeah, it's the greatest! Okay, hold on. I'm probably going a little too fast. Like, there's probably some people who've already clicked off the video because they hear me rambling about piñatas, and they're like, nobody's gonna know what a Viva Piñata is, or why some teenager is raving about a mid-2000s game with Among Us sound effects. So let's dial it back a bit.
Hi, my name's SlurpyTheDog, and I'm notable for coming up with the worst YouTuber fanbase name ever.
Hello, Slurpers!
Like all unfunny and annoying people, I'm a gamer. And I've been a gamer since I was like 3 or 4. At the time, my family had an Xbox 360, which I'm pretty sure my dad had gotten so he could play like Civilization 4. But pretty soon, the Xbox was my gamer device.
Now, if you know anything about the Xbox, particularly the 360, you know that a lot of the major games on the system aren't exactly toddler-friendly.
Hello!
I was unlucky enough to have good and caring parents, so I never got to see any of these hardcore gaming experiences, much less play them. There are almost zero popular Xbox games that I would have been able to play, so I have a lot of nostalgia for games that nobody's ever heard of.
What the is this piece of shit?
I did eventually get my hands on Plants vs. Zombies, which is pretty popular nowadays, to the point where there's an alarming amount of people that want to get freaky on a Friday night with the sunflower.
But aside from that, my childhood games are basically the most obscure things on planet Earth. You ever heard of Feeding Frenzy? Hail to the Chimp? Sea Life Safari? No? Congratulations! You are a certified grass toucher!
Now, all of those games are varying levels of gangster, and they hold up as such to this day. But then there's Viva Piñata, a gardening simulator released by Rare in 2006. Viva Piñata is on an entirely different level, and probably holds the title of most underrated game of all time. Well, actually, the sequel does, but that's not the point! Viva Piñata is such a charming, fun, addicting experience with tons of depth in its gameplay. So much that I honestly believe the relatively small community this game does have has barely even scratched the surface of what they can do in the game. What's more is how obscure and overlooked this game is. With how quality the experience is, it's truly baffling that more people haven't talked about it.
It gives me a righteous little baffle, it does.
Viva Piñata, Trouble in Paradise, is my favorite game of all time, and I think it's a crime more people don't know about it.
Your Honor.
I don't know what Viva Piñata is.
Expose him.
But I'm not stopping at just this video, oh no. For the uneducated, this November is this channel's first ever Viva Piñata month. It was originally going to be the year of Viva Piñata, but I'm bad at uploading videos. I have a lot of videos planned for this month, so stay tuned. I'm getting ahead of myself, though. That tends to happen when you're an epic speedrunner. I need to start VP month somehow, and what better day to do it than the 15th anniversary of the series? If you like Pyrocynical or Schaeferless Productions, that's basically what this is gonna be. Me going through the game and commentating on the weird stuff that happens, and /or why the game is moderately Gucci. Before that happens though, we're gonna need to do a little time travel and trolling. So get out your DeLoreans, cause we're about to go back. In the mid-90s, Rare had already made a name for themselves by creating the incredibly beloved Donkey Kong Country series, which pushed the limits of what the SNES could do. But when the Nintendo 64 released, Rare basically went sicko mode. If you ask someone what their favorite N64 game is, chances are it's going to be a Rare game. I mean, this was the period in which they released such classics as Banjo-Kazooie, Diddy Kong Racing, GoldenEye, Donkey Kong 64, Perfect Dark, and Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Well, maybe that last one wasn't too popular with kids.
Despite the amount of great games being pumped out by the machine that was late 90s Rareware, Nintendo, for some reason, never actually got around to buying Rareware. It's not like making brain-dead decisions is a rare thing for Nintendo to do, but it's still smooth brain nonetheless. So in 2002, an incredibly important year for Rare where they released, Microsoft, who had recently come out with the original Xbox, bought Rare for a whopping $375 million, which is less than half of what they paid for Minecraft. Rare was now Microsoft's property.
You're telling your son got into the Xbox?